So I did it. I went out to see The Flash this weekend. Here's my review. Should you dash out as fast as you can to see it? Or should you run for your life and run away? Yeah, run away from this movie. I'm going to let you know in this review. So what are we waiting for? Let's get right into it. Let's go.
Hi.
I love you!
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JevMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JevMan316. And like I said, this is going to be my quick review, no pun intended, of The Flash. I already know this movie is going to be very polarizing. I've watched reviewers where they basically jump down the throat of the director and everybody involved in the film, talking about how trashy this movie is, how shitty the CGI is. But look, I think a lot of people are just wanting clicks and views on their video. This movie is not that bad. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you I'm giving it a very enthusiastic thumbs up. I thought it was very good. It's far from on fire, but it is way farther from being hot garbage. This movie has got a lot going for it. And I know the CGI is suspect, so let's go ahead and get that out of the way. The director has since people have been questioning it, come forward to say that it's done on purpose because that he wanted it to be the vision of the way Barry sees things, and it's distorted with the color palette and everything. I don't believe that one bit, but I also think this movie had a lot of roadblocks in its way. And for people to come back and say, oh, it's been so long, they should have spent so much time on the CGI. With what? It's not like they're going to give it any extra budget. This movie is what it is. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I think it is. I wanted a sequel to Man of Steel, and I didn't get it. I sort of got a pseudo Man of Steel sequel. At least we got elements of that movie, the plot of the original, and they expanded upon it. I wanted a Ben Affleck solo Batman movie. I might not have got that, but I got a good 10-15 minutes of it at the beginning. And if you're going to go into this is a mini spoiler, thinking that there's a lot of Ben Affleck Batman in this. It's not. It's one main scene at the beginning and a couple little things sprinkled throughout. I really didn't need a sequel to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 84, that's hot garbage. I didn't like Aquaman. It was okay, but you want to talk about too much CGI? That's all that movie was. So either way, but I really was very disappointed back in the day. I'm an uber fan of Michael Keaton's Batman. You want to talk about a Dark Knight before they actually had the movie The Dark Knight? Michael Keaton's Batman was killing motherfuckers back then. But either way, I wanted a Michael Keaton Batman movie, a third one, never got it. I was so disappointed when they canceled the Batgirl movie, knowing that Keaton was involved. And now looking at the way this movie was constructed, I don't really ever see how that movie with Keaton in it would have been anywhere, how they could have had it with the way this movie was constructed. Now, I almost think that they ended this movie the way that Gunn wanted it ended, and not because I heard there was 3 potential endings. I'm not going to go into it, like I said, because it would be spoiler territory, but I think Gunn wanted it ended this way so that none of the other movies could really exist. Now, but you could turn things on its head and say this movie introduces, obviously, the expanded DC multiverse, so anything can happen. And it does in this. There's a lot of cool cameos at the end. There's one that's right before the end credits and one after the end credits. I really didn't like the very last one. I thought it was stupid and silly, but I did enjoy the one right before the end credits start. So with that being said, let's go through the characters. I think this is one of the best versions of Ben Affleck's Batman. He's so fucking settled into this role. He should have had his own movie. You already had a perfect your nemesis. It could have been either the Joker, a different version maybe, or it could have been Deathstroke, or it could have been a Harley Quinn, something. You had this thing set up so perfect. How that gets gets fucked up, I don't know. You got Sasha Calle as Supergirl. Really great. I liked her role in this, and I also like how they used her to explain why Henry Cavill's Superman isn't in there. Like I said, not going to get too much into the spoilers. And then the Flash. This is an excellent version of Barry, and he himself even makes fun of the other version of himself when he sees how silly, idiotic, neurotic, over the top that he is. It actually brings this version of Barry a little more down to earth, and I think he would be perfect in another Justice League and or Flash movie.
This is mad trippy. Dude, this is catastrophic.
If he hadn't have done the things that he did in public, I don't want to bring my personal opinions in about what kind of person he is. He is great in this role, and I would dare anybody to say that this isn't the best that he's ever done in the Flash role, and he deserves another movie. But I know we're not going to get it, but either way. So then, the last but certainly not least, Michael Keaton as Batman. He kills it in this role. I love it, how they reintroduce him. I love everything about what they did with him, except maybe the ending. I wish that they could have, I don't want to give away spoilers, but I wish they could have done something to where it could have been a possibility or better possibility of him coming back later. But I think he put a perfect bow. If this is the last time we're going to see him in the role, this is the main reason I want to see it. Put a perfect bow on that. Thank you, Michael Keaton. Not that he'll ever see my video, but thank you for coming back to this role. And I know the director, with all the things that he did with it, he must have been a fan himself, or he knew how big of a fan base that Michael Keaton had out there. He will be and is always going to be my Batman.
Wait, he's Batman?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah, you're going to be my Batman forever. I love Michael Keaton in this role. He would have been the perfect Batman Beyond. We could have had a movie with him in it. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that, but either way, I don't want to go too far down here. We're talking about the Flash. So I really don't. I think a lot of people are blowing it out of proportion with how bad the CGI is in this, like I said. And I think a lot of people are shitting on the movie as far as the plot. I really liked everything that happened in this. I thought it was very, it had a lot of connective tissue to everything that's been done throughout the Snyderverse and earlier than that. And like I said, without getting into spoilers, it's going to have a lot of connective tissue into the whole DCU like that's ever existed. It brings it all together. I know the ending is a little convoluted and it started getting a little unraveled there, but I thought they did a nice job of bringing it back together at the very end. So I got nothing but positive to say about this. If you're a DC fan, a superhero fan, it's a fun movie. I mean, I laughed out loud several times. And then I love, like I said, a lot of the action scenes, especially with Ben Affleck's Batman and Michael Keaton's Batman. How can you go wrong? Just go into it with an open mind, just the willingness to have fun, and don't think too much about, the Ezra Miller as an actor or as a person or anything else tied into that. And I think you'll have fun. I'm giving this an enthusiastic thumbs up. I think you need to see The Flash. I loved it, and I can't wait for it to come out on video. I hope it has like an exclusive 4K steelbook somewhere, because I'm going to buy it. So what did you think of The Flash? Put your comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share while you're down there. Do all that normal YouTube stuff. I love you guys. Check out my other videos, like when I was talking about Batman 89 and the mistakes that I found in the movie. I posted a video of that. I did some toys, spoilers about The Flash, and I'm going to probably do a toy hunt where I show you some of the things that I bought Flash related. So a lot of good content on the channel. And then after you do all that, hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos. So like I always say, I love you guys. Keep supporting me, and I'll keep making great content. And until next time, boys and girls, this is Jeff Man 316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.
You have fancy friends.
No, it was an Uber. Oh, exact.